But back then, I was petrified. So guys, I want to talk today about personal growth. I know it sounds really weird, but it's an important topic. It's all about how you grow as a person through your careers, basically. So something that is very dear to my heart, is something that I believe passionately about and try to invest as much as my own time in as possible. And there's one really key point that I want to make here, which is that personal growth comes from, as well as things like reading and learning and things like that, which are obviously extremely important, something I place a very high weight on, it comes from getting out of your comfort zone and pushing the boundaries that you have come to be aware of or you know, that you are used to yourself. There are 2 times in my career that I can pinpoint accurately that this happened to me, and I feel in both occasions that I've gone on to become a better person or a more well-rounded person because of it. So the first one was when I started, actually. I was only 19 running my business, and the people around me that I was trying to sell to were typically kind of 40 plus people who had a gazillion times more experience than I did in business, and probably looked down on me slightly in terms of my age. But I didn't kind of let that get me down. I just carried on doing what I did until I got the respect that hopefully I was due. But where I particularly pushed my boundaries was around public speaking. So one of the things that I really recognised got my name out there was when I got up and talked. But I hated it. And for those of you who know me or have known me in the last probably 5 to 10 years, might find this unbelievable, because now I love it and I get up on any occasion that I can to talk, and I do a lot of, I bring a lot of our work in because of it. But back then I was petrified. I really, really was, and but I knew that, but I didn't let that stop me. I put myself in positions where I had to do it. So one of the key times here was when I joined a group called BNI, which was a breakfast, it is still a breakfast networking event. It's a global event, just check it out, it's probably in your town. And the idea behind BNI is that you stand up every single week and you do something called a 60 seconds, which is, you know, hi, I'm Alastair, I run a business called Optic Solutions, digital marketing agency. This week I want to talk about email marketing, blah, blah, blah. And I did that for, I think it was about 7 years consistently, and I got so good at doing that that it led on to me talking at other events and me just enjoying talking in front of people, which has now led on to much bigger things for my business. So if I hadn't have done that, if I'd taken the easy path and decided that I didn't really feel like talking in front of people, I never would have grown in that area. The other time, which is more recent, is starting this YouTube channel. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I was a little bit nervous about what people might say when I put videos up, whether they like it, whether they would even watch it in the first place. And but I knew that other people were doing it. I knew it was the way that the internet was going, so I wanted to put some time and effort into that, and I really did that, and I really went for it, and I committed to myself that I was going to do, you know, a year's worth of videos and see how it went. And we're now, what, 206 or 207 into that in terms of daily videos. And again, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself, a lot about the people that follow me. I get some fantastic feedback from people offline and online about what I'm doing, and not all good as well, you know. Constructive criticism is good. I'm humble enough to take that on the chin and learn from it and see whether I can adapt the things that I'm doing so that I get better. So another good example of something which I could easily have not have done, but I've purposely put myself in the position to do it. So personal growth comes from pushing your boundaries, because the problem is that if you don't do that, you're going to stay stagnant and you're going to stay in the same place, and it could become monotonous, it could become boring, it could become mundane. And if that is where you are now, perhaps you need to push yourself and put yourself in situations that you're not used to or you don't like even, because I guarantee that will help you grow as a person. So I feel fairly passionately about this subject, as you can probably tell, and I hope it's something that is useful to you guys. So until then, I'll see you next time.